Lately, a lot of people have been asking me, are property prices in Melbourne and Sydney just too high now? I saw in the news that even the affordable areas are going up. Can I still buy? You can see in the chart here that over the past 12 months, even the affordable and newly developed areas in Melbourne and Sydney have increased by more than 10%. When you do not have complete information, you do not need to look at all that macro data, and you do not need to listen to the so-called experts on the news making a fuss. You just need to look at one factor, just one. In under a minute, you can figure out whether you should buy a property in that area or that type of property. That factor is the price dispersion of transactions in that area. It might sound complicated, but it really isn't. Let me explain. What does it mean when pricing isn't dispersed? It means that when you look across properties in a certain area, all the prices are exactly the same, as if they were stamped out of the same mold. For example, large-scale house land packages or high-rise apartments in the city centre. Why does this happen? Why are all the prices the same? It's because the developer's cost structure is transparent, the land price is clear, and the construction costs are clear too. So what does that mean? It means that the moment you buy in, all the profit has already been taken by the developer. Then if you look at the pricing tables, it's interesting, like how Tesla sells cars. The 30th floor sells for $600,000 and the 31st floor sells for $605,000. Or if you look at Houseland packages, each one sells for $600,000. Lotta 2 sells for $610,000. One extra bathroom adds another $10,000. Or in some areas, all the 3-bedroom units are just $600,000. In this kind of market, who are your competitors? They're professional developers and sales teams. Those guys are like fully armed special forces. And when you're faced with this kind of public asking price, the result is inevitably uniform across the board. You won't be able to buy at a premium, but you also have no room for negotiation. If you're in a rush to buy, you're already buying at the peak. If you want the price to go up, you can only wait for the whole market to rise. You have no initiative of your own. On the other hand, what kind of market is actually suitable for those looking to earn their first pot of gold? It's when you walk into a community and notice that the transaction prices are all over the place. Every deal is different, all sorts of oddities on the same street, right? House number 3, Old Wang's Place, is nicely renovated and sold for $1 million, but number 5, Old Lee's house, right across the street, maybe because his family is in a hurry, or maybe the house always has a lingering cat urine smell, a bad odor, he only sold it for $600,000. Then there's another landlord on this street who found an unreliable rookie agent. Sigh, the house is even bigger, but ended up selling for just $700,000. Maybe they even listed it $10,000 lower right from the start. With this kind of competition, you could say it's a flock of amateurs, opportunities everywhere. So what are the characteristics of this kind of market? In this second-hand housing market, it's highly fragmented. If a house is a bit rundown, a bit old, or has a layout from 20 years ago, or is a bit odd, then buyers' willingness to buy can vary dramatically. But actually, for each plot of land, its future development potential is just as great, so you have the chance to snap up a bargain. The second point is information asymmetry.